Hello, and welcome back to my live SPED chat. Glad if you're able to join me. And today we're going to discuss why special education students should be taught on grade level content. Meaning, why should they be taught the general curriculum? So let me just start off by telling you, well, we're going to go into a case study. So this is a case study that was done in 2019. And in this case study, it was discovered that students were being given in a school, students were being given work that was 2 to 4 grade levels below their actual grade. And this was happening because some educators felt like students were struggling, they were frustrated, and as a result, they did not want to see this frustration. And so it resulted in the school district performing below the district average in assessments. Okay, fast forward. This is 2021. This same school implemented a new curriculum where students are taught on grade level. There's the implementation of small group instructions for the students. Intervention strategies were put in place based on students' needs. Teacher training and interventions are done. There is co-teaching curriculum. Effective planning is also done. And the students improve significantly in their statewide assessments. So why did I begin with this scenario? Why did I begin with this case study? Because it is the same thing with students who are exceptional learners. With the exceptional learners, we know, with the exception of maybe the students who are gifted and talented, most exceptional learners, they have deficits in learning, meaning that they may be 2 to 3 grade levels below their actual grade. So if they're taught on grade level, if they're not taught on grade level, I should say, this will actually widen that gap. So they will no longer just be 2 to 3 grade levels below, but it will become wider. So when students are taught on grade level, as educators will narrow that gap that students have. And this is not based on just my personal opinion on that. This is based on my own personal experience, true enough, as well as research that has gone behind this, or it's behind this. Now, how can we help students to narrow that gap by teaching them on grade level? First, it starts with changing our mindset. We want to avoid stereotyping students who have disabilities or who are diverse learners. It starts with our belief in them. If we believe in them, then they will believe in themselves. Now, sometimes, there's going to be a struggle as far as teaching them, but we need to learn what their struggles are, and we want to help them to deal with those struggles so that they can actually achieve whatever goals we have set for them. Next, when we're preparing our lessons, or when you're preparing your lessons, think about students as individuals with individual needs. Next, you want to use purposeful interventions. These interventions, you want to choose those that are going to address unfinished learning that the students may have. And then you want to use different modes of teaching. You want to use Educator Academy. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so you want to use different modes of teaching. You want to use games. You want to use videos. You want to use pictures. You want to role play. You want to use music and movement, because our students, their attention span is pretty short. So we want to make sure that we use different activities to get them actively involved in the learning process. And next, do not feel pressured to complete the syllabus or to cover everything. All right, I repeat that. Do not feel pressured by the syllabus thinking that, well, I need to complete this. Beware of compare. What your students are doing, you don't want to compare your students to the entire school, what they're doing, or you don't want to compare them to another class. So maybe a lesson might be done by another class in one day. Yours may take 2, sometimes 3 days, but you want to do it based on the student's need and not feel pressured to, okay, well, I need to complete this, I need to complete this. No. You want to treat your students based on your knowledge of them. Okay, so sometimes it might mean that you have to modify a lesson, not watering it down. You want to make sure that you're teaching them that on grade level, but you want to modify it so that you can account for your students' individual needs. Okay. All right. Are there any questions? Thank you, Ashan Moore, for joining, and hello. Are there any questions? And I hope that these are tips that you can, you will implement because they are proven to be successful. So try to implement these in your class. And, if you don't have any questions, join me next week as I discuss some of the strategies that you can use to implement that on grade level content to your students who are exceptional students, who have exceptional needs. Okay? So thank you for joining me this Friday. And if you did not join me in person, go ahead and watch the replay of this live SPED chat. So see you next week at the same time. And like we always say in Jamaica, we're going to take care of ourselves. All right. Bye.